Hello, I'm Xavier Jacques. I'm a professional DJ, electronic music producer, and Ableton certified trainer, and welcome to Noisy Music World. I have a drum rack set up with some samples I imported, and now I'm going to show you some different ways I like to program drums on the push. So choose your channel that has the drum rack, then hit Note to switch over to the MIDI. And down here, we have all the drum rack samples. And up here, we have the step sequencer. You can go 32 bars. I prefer to start with a shorter bar and then double it. So I hit fix length. It's set at 1 bar. And now I'm just going to start programming it by step sequencer. So we'll start with the kick. So it's just simply entering in the notes. And the green light indicates where we are on the step sequencer. Here's our snare. Here's a little clap. Here's our hi-hat. So you see how fast and intuitive it is to get a beat going, and it doesn't feel like you're writing emails, it really feels like an instrument. Okay, so now that I got a basic beat going, I'm going to double this. So I hit the duplicate button. I hit the double button. And now my beat is 32 steps. So now I can make some variations. So everything copied over. So maybe I want some variations here. Like here's my snare. Maybe I want like a double snare here. And here's my clap. I would like to do a little clap roll, but we're stuck on a 16th step grid. If I go here along the side, you'll see these little numbers. This one says 1/16. If I go to 132, now we're on much faster, smaller steps. So now I can make a little clap roll. And if I go back to 16th, then I see the normal view. You can use the step sequencer, but you can also play in notes as the beat is rolling. So I'm not the best player at times, but the computer can help me. So there's a quantize in function which helps shift the notes as it's being recorded in to the nearest grid point. So if I hit quantize here, I have the ability to turn quantize record on. Here it's set to 16ths. I'm going to press quantize and hit on. So it's 16th, record quantize on. You can use this knob here to adjust if you want 8th, 16th, 32s, but I'm just going to stick to 16ths. So it'll help record what I play and shift it to the nearest grid mark. So let's go ahead and play the loop. So practice. And then when you're ready, you hit the record button. And if there's something you didn't like, it's just as easy as hitting the button and it's gone. So sometimes you get different ideas by recording in your idea instead of just using the step sequencer. So here we have the repeat button. So here is the repeat grid. So I'm going to put it to 1/4, and I'm going to hold down the snare, and it's going to snap it to the nearest fourth. And now I go to 8th, 16s, 32s, all completely in sync with your beat. So that's really fun to do over a DJ set, but you can also record that in. So to do that, simply start with maybe a lower, I'll start with 4th. I'm going to hit record. And when I'm ready, I just hold down the snare. So I got the 4th, 8th, 16th, 32s. So we have a basic beat set up. So let's add a bass line. On this channel, if you name everything well on your Ableton Live project, what's really cool is on the LCD screen, everything shows up here. So I can see that it's my bass channel. So I have a sampler set up with some bass I recorded from an analog synth, and I want to create a little bass line. So I have the bass channel selected, and I hit note to go to playing it on MIDI. So this is more the piano view, but I want to do more techno style step sequencing. So what's really cool is if you hold down note again, you can get a melodic step sequencer. So I can program the bass line in a similar fashion that I programmed the beat. So the blue line indicates the root note. Here we can go up and down the octaves with this touch grip. So each blue line is another octave. So I'm going to jump up an octave here. So this is the first half of the loop, and this is the second half. So if I want to jump up the octave, again I touch the touch strip, and you can also press octave up. So you see how quick it is to get a bass line going in a very old school techno fashion. So I really love the melodic step sequencers for bass lines.